Darren Drager was on SportsCenter a moment ago talking about the fact that he thinks that, it sounds like Mark Hunter is the leading candidate for the job there, but that while the Oilers are denying they've had permission to talk to Ken Holland, that there's still drumbeats out there that they may have circled back. Holland 2 weeks ago apparently told the Oilers he wasn't interested, but they may have circled back on him.
Well, let's try and do this in order methodically, because Ryan Rishaug tweeted some stuff earlier today, our Edmonton reporter, who said that Sean Burke is now effectively out as a candidate for general manager, still very much on the radar for maybe a position in the organization, but not general manager. Ryan also reported that the two leading contenders at this point, outside of the Kenny Holland, what we'll call the Kenny Holland X Factor, would be Mark Hunter and Keith Gretzky. That those are at this point in time, and realizing it's a fluid situation and names could be added or deleted at a moment's notice, but that it looked like a two-horse race at this moment in time between Mark Hunter and Keith Gretzky. The Kenny Holland thing is interesting because we all know what happened in Detroit. Kenny stepped aside as general manager to allow Steve Yzerman to come back into the fold. Kenny, I think those of us who know him real well know that he still has designs on being a general manager in the National Hockey League if, and this is a very big if the circumstance were in his mind absolutely perfect. My understanding is that when Kenny Holland got his contract extension from the Ilitches at the end of last season, it was presented in such a way that the expectation was likely to be that Kenny would retire as a Red Wing. And the reason I say the expectation is because I'm sure it's such a nice contract that it would take a lot for another organization to get Kenny out of Detroit. But as I say, he's still a relatively young man. I think he's a year older than me.
He's 63.
I'm 63. I'm 62.
Yeah.
And as I said, I still think he feels like in the absolute right set of circumstances, for the right owner, for the right team, for the right amount of money, that he might still have designs on being a general manager of the National Hockey League. And a lot of people thought that position is in Seattle, more so than Edmonton. But I'm sure that Edmonton is probably interested, and then it's a matter of just sort of where Kenny's head is at and what he wants to do or what he doesn't want to do.
But if you're 63, Seattle doesn't play their first game until you're 65.
Well, right, but they're going to hire somebody this summer.
Right, but they don't play a game.
Nope.
Yeah,
but that's part of that's
what Kelly had to do.
Yeah, well, it was a little shorter time frame, and Kelly's obviously a much younger man, to Gord's point. But what it is that's part of the excitement about it is you got a 2-year runway, and it's a blank slate, and you get to build. Not very many people ever come into a situation, and you look at the canvas and it's empty.
You know what scared me the crap out of me about Seattle? Is there's no way they can be as good as Vegas.
Well,
there's no
teams
way.
aren't going to. Teams are learned from the mistakes.
You would
Vegas.
think so.
They're not. Well, you would think so, but they're not.
And that's fine too.
You're not getting Marchessault. You're not getting Roddy Smith. You're not getting Shea Theodore.
Huck.
Oh, you'll still get some good players. You'll get some good players.
Buy your way out of that. That's a lot of that gets lost in it.
There's still going to be teams with protection problems.
Exactly. Vegas is going to say, well, give us a draft pick or give us that player and we won't touch. That's what Vegas did. Seattle will still be able to do it. I want to go back to the Holland thing just quickly. The only thing that could be intriguing to him is the Golden Goose in Edmonton.
Yeah.
You walk in with two great players.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That are on long-term deals. Like that, Ken's from out west, and I don't know him very well. Gord, you know him well, and I'm sure you know him, Bob. I'm sure that must be intriguing to take a look at it and say there are some pieces there, but it's a mess.
Yeah, and again, I can't speak for Kenny Holland, but I'm going to presume that there's a really high bar there. He's only ever worked for the Ilitches,
yes,
as an executive. So when you've worked,
and they're the gold standard.
I was just going to say. I mean, I bet if you were to ask Kenny Holland, was there ever any moment in time working for the Ilitches that you thought, this isn't fun, this isn't good, this isn't the best? And he would say, no, it's they
were demanding, though.
Absolutely.
Mike Ilitch was a really demanding guy.
Absolutely. But great owners. Like all the financial support you possibly could imagine. I think all the moral support you could possibly imagine. And it's like Kenny became part of the family. And there is that sense of family with the Ilitches and the Red Wing management team.